Hey guys, welcome back to Journey with Arrows. My name's Dave. Thank you for joining me on another episode here on the channel. Now, this is a video that I did start to record quite a while ago and never managed to get around to getting it finished for various reasons. And rather than mash two videos together, we're just going to scrap it now whilst I've got the opportunity to be outside, and we're just going to film it from fresh. And what a better place to do it than in all the grounds that we've got here. So this video comes with a great big thanks over to Andrew Van Heuvel. I apologise if I've butchered your last name, over in Australia, who owns Apple's Archery 2. And he makes these wonderful little various leather thumb tabs and all sorts of goodness in here. All sorts of different leather and hide. We've got crocodile hide in here. We've got, I think it's like pig. We've got kangaroo. So we've got a load of stuff in here. And he makes all these from scratch, and he does very, very well with it. You might have seen these reviewed on a few other channels like Armin's and things. And we're just going to have a play around with them today. So we're going to work his way through this little bagel of thumb rings, and we're going to shoot some arrows out on these fields, and you'll get a little bit of a voiceover explaining what my thoughts and feelings are on them all. The first impressions are great. They're nice and sturdy. They're not these flimsy little bits of leather. So we've got the Griffin, £52. I have got a few other bows with me as well, but they're lighter draw weight, so I figured let's just go with the heaviest that I've got to start with. So let's pick a few of these at random, enjoy the scenery, and let's go shoot some arrows. So after having a little bit of a play around, the thumb rings with the tie on the back are a little bit loose on my fingers, but that is because I have really, really small thumbs. These little ties on the back are nice and sturdy. They are nice and tight. I just can't tighten enough to stay on my thumb, especially when it's cold like how it is now at the moment. Now this particular thumb ring with the kangaroo fur on, I have used this in the past. I've just padded out my thumb with a little bit of masking tape, and it keeps it nice and tight on there, so it works really, really well. That's probably had about 100 shots through it so far, and there's not really any wearing on there as of yet. It's nice and rough. What I do like is that with these thumb rings, it has almost like a cable tie pull effect, so that stays nice and tight on your thumb. It doesn't slip off like you saw with the shot just over the side there with the other ones. So these ones work really, really well, and even with a 50-pound draw weight bow, you don't feel anything through the thumb. Obviously you feel the string contact a lot more than what you would do if you were wearing a ring, but otherwise shooting it is absolutely fine. Probably just as comfortable wearing one of these as it is a ring. And if you're one of these shooters that likes to have contact with the string, then you're probably gonna get on quite well with one of these. Absolutely fine. having the option to take the thread out that tightens it, so that the material is not tightened with the two flaps like this. You can overlap them and make it tighter, so if you have small thumbs like mine, they fit a lot easier. Whoa, wait a minute, I'm invisible. What the fuck? That's so cool! So yeah, it seems to work quite well. Now, I was always skeptical about leather thumb tabs and rings and the likes of. It's something I've never used. I've either always gone bare thumb and then realised that's a very bad idea, and very quickly got a thumb ring. First it was plastic, that eventually blew up on me, and obviously since then using the vermal metal rings, which is what I keep in my little pellet pouch here. For anybody that ever loses thumb rings, pellet pouch on your quiver is a lifesaver for me, honestly. But this is really comfy. I like it. It's nice and sturdy. With a 52-pound draw weight bow, it's not uncomfortable at all. I don't have a higher draw weight bow I could try it on, but I've been told by Andrew himself that he shoots heavier and is quite comfortable with it as well. I imagine some of that might be the makeup of your hands, how big your hands are, perhaps. Like I say, I've got skinny little lady hands. But it's comfortable. It works just fine for me. I will probably always still use a metal thumb ring, but this is fine. This is no problem at all. There's nothing I love more than just sending arrows into the air, especially when you've got all this place to yourself. Cycling through these in my pockets. I think we've just got one left to try now, so we'll give it a shot. But they're very well made, so make sure you check out the description in the link for Andrew's archery page. As mentioned before, it is Apple's Archery 2. So, but they shoot absolutely great, and I appreciate it so much. Thank you very much for sending these over to me for a review, Andrew, and thank you for your patience in allowing me to get this video out. These are going to be used. I've got things in the pipe work, beginners classes and all sorts that are going to be coming up, and having a bag full of thumb rings like this for people just starting out and trying archery is perfect. Absolute lifesaver. And I like the little cutout that you've got at the bottom of the thumb ring here. I don't know if that's deliberate, if you've designed that for the string, but for me it just actually nips into a little fleshy bit of your thumb nice, so it doesn't dig in. It just kind of molds around that little bit of flesh that we have. And I'll certainly be recommending these and providing them to the people that will be starting archery with myself. No problem whatsoever. Just missed a sheep. I'm kidding, it's nowhere near a sheep. Can't beat a good old dirty arrow, can you? Big thank you to Apple's 2 Archery for all of the leather thumb tabs, and a big thank you for allowing me to film the review for this. Thoroughly enjoyed it, thoroughly enjoyed using them. Definitely going to be using them in the future, and highly recommend anybody that's after even just getting into archery, doesn't want to spend loads of money on metal thumb rings because it can be expensive. Try out with a few of these, see how you feel with them. They work really, really well. And a massive thank you to Andrew for everything, for sending them over. We've got loads, so they'll go to really good use. So, yep. Thank you very much. I'll see you all on the next video. I hope you enjoy it. Take care, guys.